Today, the Broncos trade for Teddy Bridgewater. The Broncos are sending a sixth-round pick to the Carolina Panthers in exchange for Teddy Bridgewater. The Broncos have said that acquiring Teddy Bridgewater adds competition, experience, and a strong veteran presence to our quarterback room. So now it's going to be Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater in that quarterback room. Reports are saying that the Broncos are still in play to get a quarterback at number 9. So if any of the quarterbacks that they like on this in this year's draft is still there at number 9, this trade does not mean that they will pass on them by any means, and that's understandable. Teddy Bridgewater is the bridge quarterback. The Panthers used him as the bridge quarterback. They now trade for Sam Darnold, so they don't need that bridge quarterback anymore. The Broncos, they're still trying to figure out if Drew Lock is the quarterback for the future, or if they just need Teddy Bridgewater to get them to their next phase. Myself personally, I think Teddy Bridgewater, we know who Teddy Bridgewater is. He's 28 years old. He's been in the league for a while now. He's a serviceable quarterback. He's at the lower end of a starter. He's a really good backup. So if you have him as your starter, you're not really going to expect him to win games for you. You're not doing terrible where you're like, oh my God, this quarterback is costing us games. But you know that there's a ceiling on you. And for Drew Lock, he's still young. I think he just finished his second year in the NFL. There's a lot of people that rate him very high. He does make some throws that you're like, wow. But then he makes some decisions that you look at him and you're like, is he ever going to be able to get over that hump? Is he ever going to take care of the football? Could he realistically be a franchise quarterback? I think for the first time since Drew Lock was a starter, he has a competent backup, someone that could legitimately compete with him for that starting job. So if all these people are correct about the potential that Drew Lock has, Teddy Bridgewater will push him to become that quarterback. If Drew Lock doesn't win the starting quarterback competition with Teddy Bridgewater, then we know Drew Lock is not made to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. He's not made to be a franchise quarterback. If he beats him, then we'll give him another year. We'll see how he does this year. We'll see if this competition, if bringing in Teddy Bridgewater really pushes him to that next level. So I'm not mad. I actually like this trade by the Broncos. They acquired Teddy Bridgewater. The jury's not out on Drew Lock. I know some people have given up on him. Some people are still, they're on that Drew Lock train. They're still, putting their chest out there for him, defending him, saying that he could be a franchise quarterback. Myself, I think the jury's still out. I haven't given up on him just yet. He does make some throws sometimes that you're like, okay, this looks like, he could work. Namely, I remember the games against the Chargers. He had like a nice comeback against the Chargers this last season. So I still think he got it. He could still do some good stuff. But Teddy Bridgewater, this is the second time that he's been traded because of Sam Darnold. He got traded from the Jets when they selected Sam Darnold, and now he gets traded from the Panthers because they trade for Sam Darnold. So Teddy Bridgewater and Sam Darnold, I don't think they're the best of friends. Teddy Bridgewater, I think he's a very good professional. Everywhere he's gone, people have raved about him. So I think he'll do a good job with Denver regardless if he's a starter or if he's the backup. Teddy Bridgewater did lower his salary from $17 million to $10 million or $11.5 million. Both numbers are being reported, so I don't know which one's accurate, $10 million or $11.5 million. Point is, Teddy Bridgewater took a pay cut to get out of the Panthers, to get out of Carolina. Now he gets a chance to compete for the starting job in Denver. Panthers will pay $7 million of his $10 million or $11.5 million salary, and Denver will pay the rest. That Teddy Bridgewater experiment ended up being very expensive for the Panthers. They pay him $7 million this year. They paid him $24 million last year. He only played 15 games for them. So Teddy Bridgewater, $31 million for 15 games by the Carolina Panthers, about $2 million per game. That's pretty expensive for Teddy Bridgewater, but they have Sam Darnold now, and they're moving on with him. They might even draft a quarterback too. There's rumors that the Panthers might still get a quarterback at number 8. So we'll see what this means. Some other rumors that are going around because of this trade is that the Broncos believe that Justin Fields and Lance are both going to be gone by number 9. So Teddy Bridgewater is their backup plan. So this is the thought process. The Broncos really want Lance or Fields at number 9. But because they don't think that he's going to be there, either of them are going to be there at number 9, they traded for Teddy Bridgewater to have a backup plan. And people are speculating that the reason they don't think that Fields and Lance are going to be there at number 9 is because the Niners are going to take one of them. So people are saying that the Niners are not going to get Mac Jones. I'll talk on that in a little bit, but that's the craziest pick of this whole draft, number 3 with the Niners. What are they doing? Like, no one knows what they're doing, or everyone. The draft is tomorrow, and we still don't know what they're doing. So that's, if these rumors are true, and Fields and Lance are both gone at number 9, then that probably means that, in fact, the Niners won't get Mac Jones. But all points are pointing towards Mac Jones, so we'll see. The Broncos general manager George Paton was in Minnesota when they drafted Teddy Bridgewater. So he probably likes what he sees from Teddy Bridgewater. Like I said, Teddy Bridgewater by no means is a bad quarterback. He's serviceable. He doesn't turn the ball over too much. He has talent. He could extend the play with his legs. So he's a reliable quarterback, and they're not paying too much for him. Like 3 to 4.5 million for a quarterback is pennies on the dollar. It's nothing. And he's a serviceable quarterback, and then they get to see if Drew Lock has any fire. They light a fire under Drew Lock, and we'll see how he responds. So I think this is a great trade for the Broncos, and for the Panthers. I think it's a okay trade too. They save some cap, and they get rid of a backup quarterback that they didn't need. So I think it's a win-win for both teams, and we'll see what the Broncos do on draft day. We'll see what the Panthers do on draft day. It's going to be an interesting draft. I'm super excited for this draft. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is a good trade for the Broncos? Or who do you guys think is going to win the quarterback competition for the Broncos? Is it going to be Teddy Bridgewater? Is it going to be Drew Lock? Or is it going to be some other quarterback that they draft? Let me know.